Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do corner to corner crochet, and I have decided that this is the blanket that I'm gonna make. So with corner to corner, you're gonna start on one corner and you're gonna end at this corner. So you're going to be working this way and making little boxes. So in my picture, I have blue, white, light gray, dark gray, and black. And I would recommend doing a picture that doesn't have a ton of colors, because then you'll be working with many skeins of yarn, and you'll be weaving in a lot of ends. I mean, you can, for sure, you can do it. It's just, it'll be a lot more weaving. So I like to do a more streamlined picture with, probably 4 or 5 colors, and then have it be a large picture so that you can make, this will be the blanket and then we'll add a border. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first square, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a slip knot, and you're gonna chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now I'll move this so you can see better. And then you are going to double crochet into the 4th chain. So 2, 3, 4 here. And then you're going to double crochet the last 2 as well. So this now is your very first box. And you have 4 little chains, little double crochets. So what I like to do now is I like to take my pen and put a dot and say, okay, that one's done. So now we're going to be working the next 2 up from that. So how you're going to do that is you're going to chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to be basically increasing rows, increasing until you get to here, where you will not increase anymore. You will just be going up. And then from here, you'll start decreasing when you get to here. And that'll be my second video. So this is just the increase as we go up video. Okay, so that's 6. And you're going to do the same thing. Into the 4th chain. 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets into. So now you have 2 little squares. So what you need to do to make them diagonal is, what you're going to want to do is take this one that you've already made and flip it, and then you're going to join like this. So like, here's our first square, here's what we just made, and you're going to flip it and put these together, and you're going to slip stitch into this chain of the first one, like that. And there you're going to have 1, 2. So now we're going to create, so if you look at it like this, it's actually this one that we've just made. So then we're going to create the one that sits on top, and that is just going to be chain 3 and double crochet, double crochet, and double crochet. So now you have 1 square, 2 square, 2 square, and that is going to be this and this. Okay, so now we're going to keep going because we're still working with blue, and we're going to keep increasing. So we're going to do 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the 4th chain, we'll do 3 double crochets again. 2 and then 3. Now this is where you have to remember that you have to keep flipping your work to create the next row. So now you're going to flip it again, and slip stitch into this chain. And we're going to create a square here and a square here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to have 4 double crochets to make each square. And now you're going to slip stitch into this one so that we can go diagonally up. 1, 2, 3. And then we will create the third row. And there you go. So there you have 1, 2, and then 3. So this is our third row. Okay, and we'll do one more so you can see how the increases keep going. Okay, so now we're going to again chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and into the 4th chain, 3 double crochets as we move down, and you're going to flip your work and attach it with a slip stitch to the next box. So 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do the same as you move up. Slip stitch into the next box. And then slip stitch into the last box. So each one of these rows you will be increasing as you start your blanket or square or pattern that you're making. I'm making these polar bears. Okay, so there you go. You have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll mark it off. And you can see that the very next row, very next 2 rows will all be blue, but then this row will have a white. And that's when you're going to add a second color. So in my next video, I'll show you how to add a second color and work with several colors attached, because you don't want to cut them. You want to keep them mostly attached if you can. And then in the third video, I will show you how to decrease. All right, so this is the first part of how to get started with your corner to corner.